Yes, sir. We back.
Word.
Yeah, man. Hold on, man. Let me put this thing right here. All right, you guys can see the chart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, see right now. So, let me go to 30-minute. So, in 30-minute chart, see prices close green. Technically, you want to wait for it to come back down here somewhere and try to do a retest off 500. Then you would take buys because you got the EMA above 500 and you got this close of this candle above the 500 level. So,
Yeah.
but this is the thing. It might not give you a retest. It might just shoot up, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, it's not always going to work out the way that you wanted to work out. But the safer entry for a buy would be off the 500 level.
Okay.
So, because that way, see, price already formed a zone. Right here, price already formed a zone, meaning that it respected this level. See, look, it's already pushing up because technically I already did a big retest. So this thing could be bouncing up. But like I said, the best entry is technically off the 500 off this particular trade. It might not always give it to you, or it might come down later at 8 o'clock or whatever and tap the 500. That's when you'd be looking for it. So if you didn't want to watch it, you can always set an alert for 138, like 0.520 or whatever. You know, so that way when it comes back down there, you don't even have to watch the chart the whole time. But when it comes back down there, you'll be ready to take. You know, you would be looking for buys.
Yeah.
But like I said, it could bounce up hard because the 30-minute was green. The 1 hour candle before this was green. You know what I mean? But see, you definitely can see what I'm saying on the 1 hour, but it's pushing. It's trying to push now, pushing up. So, because it already technically did a big retest down there coming down, so they could just shoot it right up. So, but yeah, man, this thing is but yeah, man, that's all I pretty much look at, man. I look at the 5 hour. Matter of fact, let me set an alert here just so we have it set. So we'll do 138.520. And then we'll just put it down here at the bottom. We'll just put look for buys.
Okay.
520. Look for buys. And just hit create. So when it comes down to the if it comes down to the 520 level, then it'll shoot us an alert to look for buys out that thing. But yeah, man, I pretty much that's what I look for. That's what I look for, man. For buys, for sells, pretty much the same thing. Just gonna be flip flop. So, and you can kind of go to when the market was bearish, which you can see it like right here. Market was bearish. Hold on 1 second. This dude heard me calling me.
All right.
What's up, man? Yes, sir.
No, man. Sorry, man. I had the arthritis. I fell asleep.
Ah, look at this guy, man.
Dude, I just woke up, man.
Ah, dude, hey.
Did you have a call today?
Yeah. We on the second one right now.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, man, dude, I'm trying to get you to bring me that fish, man. Stop trying to duck me, man.
Hurricane thing, man.
Oh, I didn't know hurricane, man. It's done with a little rain. This dude born in Jamaica. You know, like he's scared of the rain. Come on, man.
Yeah, any fish. Probably Tuesday,
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, bro.
All right, I'll talk to you, man. Yeah. All right, see you. Yeah, this dude heard me till he had diabetes. You know what I mean? This dude wild, man. But yeah, for sales though, that's what I pretty much look for. It's the same. It's the opposite. So if you notice, this is a downtrend. And Joe, like the 200 EMA, it'll keep you in the right direction of the market. So if you notice, and I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. So this is the only one I got on the chart right now. I'm gonna take the other one off. I'm gonna take the 14 off. So all I got right now is the black line, right? That's the 200 EMA. So if you notice, remember I was telling you before, if price stays below the 200 EMA, you're looking for sales, right? So if you notice, price is well below the 200 EMA, right? So see how you got a big space between the EMA and the candle, like right here where my cursor is. So you got the candle right here, and you got the EMA all the way up here. So that's a big space. So you're only looking technically for sales. You're not looking for buys.
Okay.
So that's how you can stay on the right side of the market. And look how long price stayed below the 200 EMA, man. Look at this. All the way from 143 all the way down. Look, this thing went down so far, man. Look, all the way down to 124, man. So that's a 20,000 pip drop if you just stayed, you know what I mean? So it's a trend directional. Like I said, it gives you good confirmation for trend directional trades. So that's a little trick that you can use, man. So make sure you use that 200. Yeah, see this thing pushing. It's pushing, man. Pushing up to the upside because it already did that nice retest. So, but even that trade off the 500 level would have been like 150 pips. With the right position size, you good. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'll trade this thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when I trade it, I'm gonna be looking for the same thing I'm telling you guys right now. You know what I mean? You always want to wait for the retest. See how price now is like dropping back. So if you go to the 5-minute chart, some of these people on the lower that trade the lower time frame, they're gonna be scared because they're like, oh man, price is reversing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but here, in all honesty, price broke above. It came back down and did a retest. So they technically they could have got in right off the 500 level at 635. Right off 500 and then a push. But you want to retest off the higher time frame because remember the higher time frame is the stronger time frame. So like the 1 hour, the 4 hour, like you know what I mean. Those time frames when they retest, you know. So if you go to the 1 hour chart as an example, the 1 hour chart only has one candle above the 500 level. So you want to wait for this candle to come down and try to retest. Hopefully these levels down here. Then you want to take a buy and you feel comfortable holding it because you're trading it off the higher time frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, man, the 500 level, yeah, man. See, tomorrow I would tell you that we can try to look at this thing tomorrow, man. But I'm probably gonna wake up early, man. I'm probably gonna trade at 5 a.m. tomorrow, man. So, but maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, man. Like I'll definitely try to hit you up, man. If you're gonna wait, I don't know if you up there early. So,
yeah, I can get up there early. You know, I set the alarm.
Yeah, but even if I don't do 5, man, we'll do 8 o'clock. We'll do like the 8 o'clock session.
Yeah.
The 8 a.m. session, because that's when the U.S. session opens anyway. So we can probably plan on, for right now, I would say let's plan on probably Wednesday, man. Tomorrow I'm gonna trade 5 a.m. If I'm trading at 8 o'clock, if I trade at 5, man, and I'm good, I'll probably hang it up. But if I'm still looking, I can like kind of hit you up, man, and let you know like what's going on, man. But definitely, you know what I mean. So you can start getting a feel for, you know what I mean, like. But to be honest, man, I'm trading exactly how I'm telling you. Everything I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what I'm looking for, man. It's nothing different, man.
True. All right.
But this thing is and then basically, like I was saying before, right? So let me draw a zone right here so you can kind of see like what I'm saying. So the last time price was in this area where this gray box is, I'm drawing across, it had a big rejection all the way back down to 131, right? So notice, because I'm talking about left. So the last time price was here was June 5th. So now here's August and it's back in that area, right? So so 500 levels in play, and the 790 level is in play as far as possible sells because it rejected this area before. You know what I mean? It rejected this area before. The last price history sits with charting technically repeats itself. And then when you look at the EMA, like I said, you got the 1000 EMA that's here too, that it also rejected. You know what I mean? Like that rejected the last time it was here. So it's going to be interesting, man, as far as what price does in this area. So I'll probably trade, like I said, I'm probably try to wake up at 5. So if I don't hit you up tomorrow, like during the 5 o'clock, man, I'll probably hit you up at like 8, man. You know what I mean? Something
Okay,
like
no
that.
doubt.
Yeah, man. And then see like what we
Definitely.
got going on. But this thing is looking like a movie, man. So yeah, because I mean this could be, you know what I mean? This could be some now if it breaks, so here's the thing. If it breaks out of 139,500 or 140 level, like I said, it's going to 144, man. So the higher you go up, the EMAs, the levels change. So this is what I was gonna show you guys, right? So let me take off. So all right, this EMA right here, this is on the daily chart. This is the 1000 EMA on the daily chart. So remember when I said, I'm like, hey, price is probably, I'm like, it could go up to 144 area. So notice this black line right here. This is the 1000 EMA, and it's coming right off 143,500 area. So it could technically go up to that area, or it could go up to 144, 145 area, and then reject, which is the top of the channel. You see what I'm saying? So remember I was telling you guys the trend line? Yeah. So look, I'm expecting price at some point. It's going to push up to this area right here, which is the top of this channel, this upper channel, this upper line that I have going right here. It's going to push up somewhere in this level, and then it's going to drop back down and retest. It's going to drop all the way back down, man. So that can be like 8,000 pips. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of a when. And it's going to happen sooner than you think. You know what I mean? Probably within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm sure it's looking like they want to push price up there. And basically what's going to happen is it's going to put in another swing high, because the first swing high was here, 135,752. The next one was 139,742. And then it's going to put in another one up here somewhere. That's what it's looking like right now, man. So price could go up to 144, 144,500, or 145, and then area, and then push, and then drop down, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing like freaking reacts.
So you use the 1000 on the daily?
Yeah, so you can use the 1000, Joe, on any time frame. So I use the 12-hour, because you see how on Friday, this is the 12-hour 1000 EMA on the 12-hour chart right here.
Yeah.
See how price came right up to it, and then it dropped down like 500 pips. So that trade right there would have been 500 pips, man.
Okay.
It's that sell. Yep. If you would have held that sell, you would have got 500 pips. And then when you look to the left, the last time price was in this area, it had heavy rejection. So I'm expecting it to do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's the thing. You might get another green candle for 12 hours, but then it could drop all the way down after that. It just depends. But see how price right now is rejecting. So if you go back down to the 1 hour chart, see price is like rejecting. See how it's starting to drop now? It's down at 580. You go down to the 30-minute, you can see it. See it's dropping. The 5-minute chart, you're gonna have red candle. See, so now it's back to the 14 EMA. It's basically, it dropped back down all the way to the 14 EMA, and then it's trying to drop lower. Hold on for a second, because this thing is not like zooming right. I want it to zoom. All right, then you go to the 15 minutes. Yeah, so Joe, what you can do, I know my brother did it already.
Yeah.
But especially when you're ready to go live, what you're gonna do, man, is you're gonna go to the billing. And I think I was showing you last time, but let me show you real quick. They changed this thing up, but it's, yeah, this is it right here. Billing. We paid. So basically, I renewed my plan. right? So I just because my other one ran out.
Yeah.
So I paid $89 for a full year, but I got the pro plan, so I can set 10 alerts at a time and all that. So they wanted to charge me $155, but the trick is what I did is I paid for 1 month, which was $14.95, and then they automatically, they want to lock you in for a whole year. So they sent me the promotion to pay an extra $75 to get it for the whole year. So that's what I did. So now I'm annual, so I don't have to pay again until July 13th of next year of 2021. But I paid $90 basically when they wanted to charge me $155. You know what I mean? And I did the same thing last year. So for you, what you want to do is you can go to they're gonna give you a free. They're not gonna show it on mine because I don't qualify for it because I'm already on the annual plan. But they have like the pro. You can basically sign up for the $30 a month plan or $20 a month plan or whatever it is, $14 a month, $15 a month, and it's a free trial for 30 days. Once before that free trial's over, so like in 3 weeks, all you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your account and hit cancel, and then it's gonna ask you why you're gonna cancel, and then you can just put too expensive, and they'll offer $5 a month plan.
Okay.
But they don't show that plan on here because they don't want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but it's called a rookie plan. So it's a
Okay.
$5 a month plan, man, which is not bad. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes, let me see this thing real quick. Yeah, this thing going a nice little push, man. It's about to be 720, but I'm not gonna touch it, man. Like I said, I'll trade it in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll catch it in the morning, man. Let me go back. So the EMA cross, though, the EMA cross is pretty self-explanatory, man. And the thing is, it works on all time frames. So what happens is, all right, so say you get an EMA cross on a 15-minute chart, right? And we'll go to a 15-minute chart, and we'll put the 50 and the 14 back on. So remember, that's the red and the blue. So, and let me take the 200 off for now. So if you get an EMA cross on this 15-minute chart, you got an uptrend starting. When it forms on a 30-minute chart, that means that the trend is even stronger. When it forms on a 1 hour, it means that it's going to last longer, and then so on and so forth, right? So you go to 1 hour to the 4 hour. If you get an EMA cross on a 4 hour and they're spreading between the EMAs, that price there's a high chance it's going to shoot higher, like by a whole lot. So also when you add the 200 that we were talking about, notice on this particular chart, prices above the 14 to 50 and the 200. This is a 4 hour chart. So that's telling you that price is in a strong uptrend. Same thing when price is bearish, right? When price is dropping, if it crosses below, see how price is below the 14 to 50 and the 200, that means that price is in a strong downtrend. So you're going to be looking for sales, and that trend is probably going to last for a little bit. Once there's spreading, see how much spreading there is between the EMAs? See this big gap here? And you got a big gap between these two EMAs.
Yeah.
So that means that the trend is strong to the downside. So that's how you kind of know.
Okay.
So that'll help you like visualize it, you know what I mean? Like to kind of see like what you're looking for.
Okay.
Like when you're taking the trades. But the EMAs will help you, man, like in combination with the levels. So, because the levels, like I said, the levels is telling you exactly where price is going to go. So, like I said, with the levels, we already know, right? So, if price broke above, as an example, this candle right here, it broke above 137 right here, right? This price broke above 137. So, when price does a retest and basically closes back above 137, then you know that you're looking for buys and you're going to aim towards 137,500 because we want to trade level to level. Here is the retest right here. These two black candles on this particular chart, which was the 1 hour chart, these were the retests. So see, you got to break above resistance, which was at 137. It broke above it. It closed above it. Then you got two candles that closed basically below 137, and then the next candle shot right up above it. That tells you that there's support below 137, and they want to take the market towards 137,500. So you're going to be looking for buys off 137 area, somewhere around that, 100 pips, 150 pips, around 137, right below it, right? Which would be like 136.800 or 136.850, somewhere around that area is where you want to be looking for buys. So if you take buys, you're going to ride it up to at least 137,500, which is a 500 to 600 pip trade. So that's how you want to trade, like level to level. You always want to wait for a level to break and then the level to be retested, and then you're going to take a buy. So perfect example would be right here. If you're looking to buy off 137,500 area, you're going to wait for a break above it, right? So this candle, and I'll show you what this candle right here, which is a bullish pin bar, notice how price dropped back down to the 14 EMA, which was around 137.235, and it closed, the green candle closed above 137,500, right? So since it closed above it, that means that you're looking, and it already retested well below the level, you're going to look for buys. I would have took a buy right away, and I would have held it at least up to 137,790, which would have been 290 pips on that trade. So you want to wait for a break and a retest. So that's what I was saying before. Notice this big candle, right? It broke above 139. Now it's retesting below 139, right? 138,500. And it held 138,500. So it could be headed back to go higher to 139,500, possibly.
Okay.
So that's a retest. So the only difference is, damn, look at her with this big fish. Come on. Let me send this. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's basically what, you know what I mean? So you don't want to, just because it breaks a level, that doesn't mean that the level is going to hold, right? So you don't want to get faked out. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about, like right here. Let me see if I can find one. All right, perfect example is like right here. So the market is bullish, right? You got this candle right here that basically broke above, and actually this one's even better because it's a fake out. So notice how this black candle, it went all the way above 500, right? But then it actually closed right below 500. So if you would have got in up here, like, oh man, this thing's gonna go, it pulled back right below 500. The next candle did another fake out. It closed right at 500. The next one shot up and tapped 700, dropped back down. The next one closed right at 500. So you already know, you're like, oh man, this trade is not doing anything. It's consolidating right at the 500 level. What happens on the next candle? A huge drop, right? So a huge drop from 500 level all the way down to 134. So you would have lost 500 pips on that trade. You know what I mean? So you need like a strong close above it. And this is what I mean, like right here. So if you notice this candle right here, closed above, very strong above 134, right? 0.000. Notice how you got more than half of the body of the candle is above the level. Then
Yeah.
you got it. Look how many taps you got, like tap, 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 right? So then they came back down. They retested 790, and then the next candle right away shot right back above 500 and closed. So you know that there's a good chance it's going to go from 500 or from 134 to the 500 level, and that's what happened. So this was the retest. It retests the level, right? And if you notice, the wick of this candle is basically the area that was retested, because this is the wick right here, right? So the wick of this candle was basically retested, and then it bounced right back above and closed and went to the next level. So that's, you basically want to wait for that confirmation. If you don't wait for that confirmation, then you're going to be in a trade that's risky. You haven't waited for a retest. You don't know if the level is going to hold or not. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. So, but when you see a retest, that's when you're going to take the trade. You know what I mean? And it might not seem like there's going to be a retest, but there's always a retest when the market's strong. It's always going to give you another chance to get into the trade. You know what I mean? Like, it might not feel like it because, you know, what was happening to me was when I first started and all that, and even sometimes now, it's like you turn on your computer like 5 minutes late, man. I've turned on my computer like 5 minutes and missed the trade that I wanted to take. And then now at that point, all you're doing is sitting there watching it, and you're mad. So you're like, man, I'm about to get in right now because, you know what I mean, it's not going to retest. What happens? It goes all the way back down and retest, man, and then gave you the entry, and you know what I mean, you could have got a better entry. So that's the thing. Like, you just got to be patient and wait.
Yeah.
But if I scroll through the chart, and this is the 1 hour chart, you'll see it over and over, right? So, and even on, so let's do a buy and a sell. So we'll do a buy first. So look, price broke above 144, right? This was on January 20th of this year. Price broke above and it closed above 144, right? So you know that you want to retest a 144 and you want price to hold. So what happened? This was the retest right here. They did two black candles below 144. Then they got a green candle that closed above 144. So you know that price is more than likely to try to go to the 500 level because it already retested below and it didn't actually, it couldn't stay that low, right? It pushed it right back above 144. So that means that you're going to look for your target to be 500. What happened? Price came back down here, did a little fake out, closed right below the 000 level, and then shot up to 500. And look, the crazy part is it tapped 500, went to 0.534, and then it dropped lower. But you would have already been out of the trade. That was a 500 pip trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only because you waited for the retest. So, and it's less stressful to trade that way versus hoping that, you know what I mean? Oh man, I'm hoping that it's going to hold. You know what I mean? That's like a scary thing to be in. Like, you hoping that it works out. Like, that's typically it won't work out. You know what I mean? If you don't wait for the retest.
Okay.
So see now price is like struggling. This is the 5-minute chart. You know what I mean? Price is like kind of playing around and whatnot as far as these levels. So because now at 8 o'clock, the Asian session is going to open. And this is a low volume like trading time because, you know, the busiest time is 3 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock basically. And, you know, you get a lot of volume between 3 and 5 typically, or 3 and 6, and then 8 o'clock to like 11. So this is a slow part of the day, of the trading session. So in this session, you pretty much take what you can get and get out the market. You know what I mean? But if you notice right now, like I was saying, the market right now is technically retesting. It's technically retesting, trying to retest the 500 level. So if you notice, see how it's like 586, 581, whatever, it's going back and forth. They're trying to figure out if they're going to bring it back down and retest or if they're going to continue to shoot it higher. But this is a low volume time, so anything can happen. You know what I mean? So, but any questions on anything? Savaz, you got any questions on anything? Or Joseph, you guys got any questions? We only got We got like 9 minutes left.
No, I mean, it's
Nah.
good information, man.
Yeah. That's some good.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the biggest thing you can do, man, is wait for the recess. We know the levels. These levels are the cheat code. But what I'm gonna tell you guys, like I was saying, right? So think back to that trade I said on Friday. So what I noticed is if they're gonna drop the market, it's never gonna go typically more than 200 pips above the even number if it's gonna be a sell. So with that in mind, you got to know that, right? It's easier said than done because the market trades in real time, and you have to make that decision in real time. And it's gonna feel kind of iffy because the market moves fast, right? And you're literally getting in, like up here, you would have got in on a green candle, and the market's been pushing hard the whole day, and you're getting in for a sell. But when you know that it respects typically that 200 level, it's gonna drop. All this was a fake out to suck people into the trade. People to think that it's a buy, right? And then they'll drop it right back down. So you just got to kind of know that. And look, if I go through the chart, let me see if I can find how many of those I can find. Look, perfect example right here. And you guys are going to see like what I'm talking about, right? All right. You got a huge push up right here. This is the first one, right? You got a huge push up. What happens? The high is 135.089. And then they dropped it down to 134.058. That's a 1,000 pip trade, right? Never went above 200 pips above the even number. Look at this, another one, perfect one like I was telling you, right? This is from July 16th. This is at 135 again, right? What do? They brought it up to 170. What did they drop it? They dropped it down to 134, 128, a 1,000 pip trade. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Like they never, it's going to be rare that they bring it above 200 pips off the even number if they're going to drop it. It's going to be very rare for them to do it. So look, we're going to just go back through the chart and kind of find a couple of them. So you got, look, perfect example, right? So this one, we wouldn't have took this trade because this was at 11 o'clock at night anyway. So yeah, they took it at 355. But all they did was, guess what? Boom. What happens at 8 o'clock in the morning when we trade the U.S. session? What happened? They took it to 136, 162. Look how far they dropped it. This thing is 131. It went all the way down to 131, 5,000 pips. And if you'd have read the market structure, you would have saw right here that you got 1, 2, 3 lower highs. Look, you got black, red. I'm sorry, green, black, right? Green, black, right here, 3 lower highs. Then you got the next one right here, which you already know that price is not going to go past this level, which was technically the high of this black candle right here was 136.235. It wasn't going to go past that level because that's the third lower high. You know what I mean? It's in the downstream. So look, this level would have held. So that was an easy one. You go back through, look right here. Boom. Same thing, 136. See how it never went above 200? Huge drop down to 134.031. That's a 1,000 pip trade off the even number. So let me go back. Let me just go find some of these even ones. See, look, perfect example. Look, here we go again. Boom, right here. They took it to 133.195. They dropped it all the way down to 131.884. So 1,200, 1,300 pip trade, easy. What happened right here when it came back? Never went above 200 pips. So your stop loss off the even number, it's safe to say it could be like 200 pips. You see what I'm saying? If you're looking for a sell, they're gonna fake people out. They're like, look, this was on May 11th. look at the date that's on the bottom. They did the same trade that I took on Friday afternoon. They did it on May 11th at 2 a.m. And then dropped it down over 1,000 pips. Like same thing here, right? They do it over and over. I'm telling you guys, all you got to do, like I said, is be comfortable in the analysis, like be comfortable, like back test it. And you guys got to go back and study this yourself, right? Like confirm it yourself. I'm showing you examples, but you want to confirm it yourself.
Yeah.
But I can tell you honestly, that's why I took that sell. You know what I mean? Like, and I had to catch myself because I got in early, forgetting about my own rules, about what they do with 200 pips. So then I waited for it to bounce up higher to the 150 level, and that's when I took the sell. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be comfortable. Look, same thing here. Look, 132.053. They dropped it all the way down to 127. Never went above 200 pips. This one right here, look, 206. They dropped it. They played around right here. Oh, let's give them 232. They dropped it. 131. They dropped it. You know what I mean? So just so you guys can kind of see like what I'm saying, like it happens over and over.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Knowing that it's 200 pips, the other thing you can do is see how this first candle, the first touch right here is 319. You're like, it went to 300. I don't want to touch it. Okay, no problem. All you're going to do is wait for our market structure, right? Which is 3 lower highs. What do you have right here? Boom. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 lower highs right here, right? Green, black, green, black, green, black. That's how you know that price is going to drop. Your entry would have been, it could have been right off the EMA or right around the 100 level, 134.100. You could have took it straight down. So you can trade it like that too. You can wait for the market structure of 3 lower highs if you're looking for a sell. Look, it's like clockwork. Look at this. 89. Oh, 214. Let's give them 214. And then look at the drop. 137.214 down to 134.056. 3,000 pips.
Wow.
So that's what the trade is. You know what I mean? So hopefully that gave you guys some examples and all that. And then but Joe, like I said, man, I'll if I don't hit, you know what I mean, if I trade at 5 or whatever, but I'll more than likely hit you up like 8 in the morning, man, something like that.
All right, no doubt.
All right, man. All right, so I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man.
All right, man. Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, man. All right, I'll see you.
All right, baby.
Yeah.